Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So friends, in this video we will have our discussion on this upcoming transit of planet Sun, which will happen on April 14th when Sun in its monthly transit will enter the sign of Aries. It is going to get exalted over there. So friends, in many astrological circles, this transit of Sun becomes very important because not only the planet which somehow is the sole significator is going to be working in its best dignity, but also many yearly analysis, yearly predictions, yearly calculations are also done around this transit of Sun only. And just because friends, the kind of sensitive, turbulent geopolitical times era we are living in, the state of Sun becomes very important. Like the way, for example friends, I'm uploading this video much in advance because my next upcoming weeks seems to be very busy. Even on this day, two news which were doing the rounds at a time when I'm recording this video, that first Canadian on this Artemis 2 mission, and second is Donald Trump is about to have this news press conference where he will announce his plans with Iran. So I mean to say, a lot is happening. The moves and calculation of the leaders, of people in power, is somehow give a direction in which way the whole world, the economy is heading. So that means if Sun is going to be exalted, dignified, it is actually going to be a good news for most of the people. Second thing is that friends, just because the last few transit of the Sun has been slightly difficult. I mean to say, before Aries is the Pisces sign, Sun was conjunct, deeply afflicted by the presence of the Saturn over there. Before that, when Sun was in the Aquarius, it was in the influence of Rahu. So definitely friends, during this time, once Sun is going to transit in the Aries, you will definitely see upliftment in all the qualities, attributes of the Sun in your life. Second thing is that friends, like the way I have been mentioning this thing, Sun right now is the dispositor of Ketu as well. Sun has got a rulership over the Leo sign where Ketu is right now transiting. When we talk about the planets which Ketu respect, which Ketu honor, so beyond any doubt, you have to put Jupiter over there first. And somehow friends, the way we say this thing, that Rahu is very strongly inimical towards Sun. But when we talk about Ketu, which has to do with the purity, which has to do with the past, with the spirituality, somehow in deeper aspect, Ketu somehow function very well in the zodiac signs ruled by the, Sun only rules one sign. So somehow Ketu, if well balanced and supported by the solar energy, sometimes gives you birth promise as well. Those people who have got that destiny to be chosen, people who become the Shankaracharya, people who become the global leaders, people who become pioneer, people who become like innovators, those people who do major invention, somehow are able to do that because of the support coming in jointly from Ketu and the Sun. So that is how friends, energy is going to be getting manifested. If you will go by just the astrological classic explanation on the transit rules, so it has been mentioned over there that the transit of the Sun from the moon, most of the transit rules have been explained from the moon only. So from the moon, if Sun is going to be transiting 3rd house, 6th house, 10th house and 11th house, it generally gives very good results. But just because friends, in the modern day and age, we generally observe the results more from the ascendant, something which I will explain in rest of the video. And one more thing friends, just because of the purity and dignity of the Sun, let's say for example, if you live in India, you have this provision of visiting any of the Surya temple. This could be, one temple is in the Konark in India. This could be any of the pilgrimage and taking dip in the holy waters like the holy Ganga. So that is going to be very beneficial for you. Any of the donation connected with the Sun, this could be copper, this could be jaggery, this could be wheat, this could be red clothes to the needy people shall be done. And let's say for example, same like me, if you live in Canada, if you live in US, if not much, at least in your morning bath, you can include the holy Ganga water in your bath and just remember the Surya or the blessing of your ancestor. So yes friends, when we talk about the chants or the mantras, Aditya Hriday Stotra needs to be recited. Gayatri Mantra needs to be recited. I have seen that as a part of my research that most of the people who have Sun as their Atma Karak, planet with the highest degree in their chart, somehow they gravitate more towards Lord Shiva. Like many people who have Lord Shiva as their Ishta Devata, they have Sun as the Atma Karak. Even in my case, my Sun has got the highest degrees, my Atma Karak, and I am very much devoted to Lord Shiva. So whomsoever you have your faith, doing the rituals, doing the pilgrimage, making the donation will definitely give you very good results. And the way I mentioned this thing, friends, let's say for example, if in the past 2 months when Sun was under heavy affliction, if there has been any issues with the authority figure, there have been some sort of false or fake allegation. See what happens when Sun gets afflicted by Rahu, we are vulnerable towards false or fake allegation. And when Sun is in the influence of the Saturn, Saturn obviously represents honesty, integrity. It's just like that public pressure tend to remain very high. We get criticized, we get humbled by the criticism. So now finally those 2 months are over, and now Sun is going to be giving you results in its best of the dignity. So okay friends, now on this note, let's briefly look at that how it is going to be influencing all the ascendant. You can watch this video from your ascendant, you can watch this video from your natal moon as well. The way I mentioned, which all people are going to be getting mostly affected by this transit of Sun. So if you are connected with the government, you are in the top leadership role, this transit will be important for you. You have any of the ongoing promotion concerns going on. Sun is active in the Dasha. You are born on the 1st of any month, 10th of any month, 19th of any month, 28th of any month, your Sun Dasha is on, or your moon nakshatra is Kritika, Uttara Falguni, Uttarishadha, then this transit will become important for you. Okay friends, now let's start our discussion. When we talk about the Aries natives, so friends, for the Aries native, Sun becomes your 5th lord and it is going to be transiting, getting exalted in your 1st house. So friends, when we talk about, a lot is happening right now in your chart because your ascendant lord right now is under heavy affliction. So if I were to say friends, this is going to be a blessing in disguise in this way. Let's say for example, if there are those possibilities you have right now which has got generated because of the activation of certain dasha, which is actually making you prone towards a lawsuit, investigation problem, health related concerns, lack of vitality. So this exalted state of the Sun will prove out to be very helpful for you. Along with that friends, let's say for example, if in the past 2 months there have been any issues where you have been a victim of office politics, or your name has been tarnished because of the false allegation, any sort of accusation, so high possibility that you will come out clean. And along with that friends, because you already have Ketu there in your 5th house in purest of its essence, being in the Magha nakshatra, so that also tells about that this is actually going to be the time when many of the award, honor, government favors which is a part of your birth promise could get delivered during this time. Now friends, when we talk about the Taurus natives, so friends, for the Taurus natives, Sun becomes your 4th lord and it is going to be getting exalted in your 12th house. So see friends, when we talk about, because in the Leo sign you already have Ketu over there, anything connected with the relocation, it's going to be very supportive time. See, in the older times, at a time when all these classics were written, even taking a sea journey, traveling away from your birth land was not considered as very auspicious. That is the only reason all these transit rules are written in such a way. But let's say for example, if in your case you're living in a foreign land or contesting for any election, any government favor, any grant, if that is getting applicable in your case, that can get materialized during this time. Expenses are going to be very high friends. And see friends, the thing is, a lot is happening right now in your case. In your 11th house, you are going to be having Saturn and Mars combination. So the thing is, Saturn and Mars are very contradictory force. If it happens in the 12th house, I mean to say in the 11th house, somehow we find it difficult to blend in the large group, in the large network. So don't give any reason for people to rebel against you. Try to be a part of the team player. Humble your ego down. That will become very important. And any of the land property related dealings, overseas ventures, foreign travels will prove out to be very much beneficial, supportive for you. Expenses could be slightly high. Now friends, when we talk about the Gemini natives, so friends, for the Gemini natives, Sun is going to be getting exalted in your 11th house. One of the very good transit, friends, because the 11th house transit, whether from the ascendant, from the moon sign, is considered as very good. And you are getting this kind of combination where the zodiac sign ruled by the Sun, Leo, you already have Ketu over there. So that means Sun right now is the dispositor of Ketu as well. Some sort of birth promise could get delivered during this time. And when I talk about the birth promise, here I'm talking about government royal favors. Here I'm talking about some recognition, some award, or some major life opportunity, big break. That kind of things can happen. And generally we say this thing, this is a typical kind of combination which actually favors the artist, creative, people who are like journalist, spokesperson a lot. So yes friends, if you are running some favorable dasha, expect some royal favor, big opportunity during this time when Sun is going to be getting exalted, dignified in your 11th house. If I were to say friends, during this time, let's say for example, if any transition is going to be happening in your life, because there's a lot of the contradictory forces operating right now in your 10th house. You already have Rahu in the 9th house as well, right? So amidst any of the ongoing work related pressurizing situation, if some new development happens, if some new opportunity comes, it might be coming as a blessing from the cosmos. Embrace it, accept it. Now friends, when we talk about the Cancer natives, so friends, for the Cancer natives, Sun is going to be getting exalted in your 10th house. So friends, there is no doubt about it. Sun's exaltation in the 10th house, in the first house, is considered as very good. So I mean to say, Sun happened to be your second lord, and right now it is the dispositor of the Ketu as well. So during this time, some sort of promotion concern or rise recognition concern, and any of the birth promise, especially which is connected with position, promotion, royal favors, meeting influential people, being appointed on an important position, portfolio. So all that can get materialized. So friends, for the Cancer Lagna, I only have good things to say. Right now, there is a kind of a divine protection which you have around you, because Jupiter is also dignified in your 12th house, and very soon in the month of the June it is also going to be coming to your first house, getting exalted. Anything connected with the pilgrimage, anything connected with the religious austerities are going to be working out in your favor. So Mars and Saturn conjunction in the 9th house, a lot of the times I have seen that it happens a lot in the India, where people take a spiritual vow that okay God, this is my wish, and for that I will take this pilgrimage on my foot. I will do a fasting for number of days. So because we know this thing that for any of the physical austerity in the path of the divine and all, that cannot happen unless and until you're not getting supported by both Saturn and Mars, because Mars can give you a quick burst of energy and Saturn gives you consistency over there. So this is a typical combination for the Cancer Lagna. If you want to initiate or go on any of the religious austerity or any pilgrimage, any of your wish will get answered very fast. And yes friends, a very supportive time for elevation, recognition, promotion. And the way I have been saying this thing, Sun is the dispositor of the Ketu as well. It has more to do with delivering some birth promise as well. Now friends, when we talk about the Leo natives, so friends, for the Leo natives, finally there is going to be a sigh of relief. The past two transit of the Sun has been very difficult. Sun in the influence of the Rahu, we remain subjected to false allegation, becoming a victim of the circumstances. When Sun is in the influence of the Saturn, what makes it more problematic, because in your case it was there in the 8th house, much of the public pressure, health related concern, being humbled by those kind of incident which crushes down your ego. Some sort of humiliating experiences generally happens when you have Sun getting suppressed by Saturn in the 8th house. So I mean to say, friends, now is going to be the time of the judgment day, coming out clean. Any of the religious austerities, friends, will work out in your favor. You already have Ketu in your first house. If utilized well, omens will support you. Like, you know, the way I say this thing, people who get appointed as the Dalai Lama, as the Shankaracharya, as the Pope, these are the people which get selected by the cosmos. These are the chosen ones. And Ketu plays a very significant role over there. Jupiter plays a very significant role over there. So omens are perfectly aligned, but you need to put efforts in the same direction as well, right? So yes, friends, luck will and fortune will activate, and anything connected with travel, releasing something, publishing something, or like success in the lawsuit and all, any of the concerns of visa, immigration, enrollment for any course, scholarship, grant, a very supportive time for the Leo Lagna natives. The way I have been seeing this thing, because of the ancestral blessing, some important lifetime event connected to the birth promise can get materialized in this phase. Now friends, when we talk about the Virgo natives, so friends, for the Virgo native, this is actually going to be the time of the legacy building. Sun happened to be a 12th lord, and now it is going to be getting exalted in the 8th house. That means if you're connected with anything to do with the research, with scientific work, invention or innovation, this is going to be a very supportive time as well. See friends, when we talk about the 8th house, the success of the 8th house cannot be experienced. The illumination of the 8th house cannot be experienced on the surface by other people. Deep inside, you will be going through many changes. Many new innovative ideas will be coming to you. And anything connected with investigative work, covert activities, if you are in the mining work, mining business and all, so it's going to be a supportive time for the Virgo natives. And yes friends, lately, for the Virgo native, what was happening, there have been many expenses which you were dealing with. Like this could be certain hospital expenses on the account of your spouse, or some sort of objection, being given a ticket, and now you are like being penalized for many things. When the 12th lord, you already have Ketu in the 12th, and the 12th lord was transiting from the 6th house, 7th house, it was a like a proper recipe for that. But now things are going to get much clear when Sun is going to get exalted in the 8th house. The illumination will happen more on internal plane, and something in the lines of like, you know, legacy building, innovative ideas, speculative wins can be anticipated. Now friends, when we talk about the Libra natives, so friends, for the Libra natives, Sun is going to be getting exalted in your 7th house, just because friends, when we talk about the original Kalpurush Kundli, 7th house belongs to the Libra. The thing is, every planet, the sign where it gets debilitated, there's a sense of distrust in the eyes of that planet for that ascendant, right? So I mean to say, you need to humble down, tone down your ego, friends. That is the first thing which I want to say. When the 11th lord is coming to the 7th house, opportunities will come on its own. You already have Ketu in the 11th house, right? Some sort of birth promise could get delivered during this time. Overall elevation in your status, in your public image can be expected. It's just like that, friends. Keep your ego toned down, humble. That is what I'm trying to say. And sometimes what happens is that within the marriage, within the relationship, like somehow the power of like the balance within the relationship get lopsided. Like one of the person in the relationship is acting slightly egoistic and all. So be very mindful how you deal with these kind of tantrums in the relationship. But when we talk about your public image, recognition, and let's say for example friends, if lately you have been facing any obstacle in the smooth flow, like for the gains, for the income, because 11th lord before, like Ketu is already there in the 11th house, 11th lord was in the influence of Rahu, then in the influence of the Saturn. So at least now there's going to be free flow in the income, and whatever you are pursuing as your career goals, there's going to be much of the clarity now which you will have. Friends, when we talk about the Scorpions, Very good transit, friends. The way I mentioned, the transit of the sun from the 3rd house, 6th house, 10th house, 11th house, whether from the moon or ascendant, is considered as very good. Your 10th lord is going to be getting exalted in the 6th house. Major career opportunities can come. If you're already thinking in the lines of like transformation, career change, you are in that career transition phase. So this exalted state of the sun will support you. You have to write any competitive exam, any lawsuit related matters are getting applicable in your case. You are in dire need of arranging any capital from the market, anything connected with grants and all. So time period seems to be very supportive. So yes, friends, you already have your ascendant lord right now in the 5th house. So trine houses are very dignified. That also tells about that if you are in the line for any promotion, you are a strong contender, it can work out. Only thing which matters is that, friends, when we talk about 6th house, authority, assertiveness, confidence becomes very important. Only if you will work with that warrior mindset, and you will not get I would say negatively affected by the challenges. This could be the life defining time, some sort of important like milestone in the career, some birth promise connected with the promotion and all can be delivered during this time. Friends, when we talk about the Sagittarius, so friends, for the Sagittarius natives, sun happened to be your 9th lord getting exalted in the 5th house, and sun right now is the dispositor of Ketu as well. So friends, you know this thing that the trine houses are known as the Lakshmi Sthan. So that also tells about some major significant opportunities will come, and it's not only going to be benefiting you, but let's say for example, for all those people who have their children of the age where they are participating in any competitive events, or like where any of the performance academic related matters are getting applicable, so they can also come home with some trophy, with some major milestone achievement and all. So all that possibility is going to be there. See friends, when we talk about the 5th house, it tells about your royalty, your we say that how much allure, charm, your personal magnetism. So your personal magnetism is going to be very strong during this time. See, 5th house originally belongs to the planet sun only. So those who are very much interested in the Vedas, in the art form, or like mantra, chanting, spirituality, entertainment business, it's a major milestone. And again, the way I've been saying this thing, sun is the dispositor of Ketu as well, right? So some sort of birth promise could get delivered in the lines of status elevation during this time. Now friends, when we talk about the Capricorn natives, so friends, for the Capricorn natives, sun happened to be your 8th lord, and now it is going to be getting exalted in the 4th house. So friends, when we talk about the heat which sun carries, so and just because it is the dispositor of the 8th house of the Ketu as well, so this for a small period of time can bring some sort of disruption in the domestic life as well, especially where there might be concerns of ego or arrogance within the family, which you might have to deal with, especially if you are in a big joint family. So be very mindful how you deal with these kind of situation. In those cases where people are like connected with masses, you are doing any social work, charitable work, you run any NGOs and something, or you are a part of any activism, those people can get benefited. But again friends, when we talk about the domestic life, inner peace, that could get negatively affected. Now friends, when we talk about the Aquarius, so friends, for the Aquarius natives, there couldn't be any better transit. Sun has been under heavy affliction in its past 2 transit. Initially it was in the influence of the Rahu, false allegation, fake allegation, health related concern, or being deluded, confused with lot of illusion around your path, misunderstanding in the marriage and the relationship. And after that, when sun gotten into the Pisces, that actually triggered problem more for you, because now sun is 8th in a Shadashta combination in the influence of the Saturn. So I mean to say, the past 2 months, especially from the point of view of your public image, your relationship, your commercial matters have been very difficult for the Aquarians. Now is the time for you to come out clean, rise and shine. Some birth promise can be delivered regarding to the promotion and all. Health will improve. Your relationship with the spouse will improve. Your public image will get enhanced. and all the false allegation, any speculation or gossip or rumor which has been surrounded around your name, that will get, you will get rid of that. So overall, one of the best transit of the year for the Aquarius natives. And lastly friends, when we talk about the Pisces natives, so friends, in your case, Sun happened to be your like 6th lord, and now it is going to be transiting, getting exalted in your second house. So friends, the last two transit of the Sun has been slightly difficult, where there must have been concerns of health related vulnerability, too much challenges in your daily life while dealing with your subordinates, issues in managing your debt or credit related situation. But now Sun is getting exalted in your second house, so enhancement in the reputation and some sort of birth promise could be delivered during this time, which will enhance your reputation, your family name. If you are trying hard to get any loan approved, get any grant, stars will support you over there as well. So overall friends, it's a very supportive time for the Pisces Lagna natives. You will get your life purpose, you will get your calling, and the way I mentioned, if lately there have been any credit related situation or issues with managing the team, your subordinates, so all those problems will go away. So yes friends, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. Once again, thanks a lot for watching this video, and for further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyawad.